Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Robert, and today I am bringing you to, I guess, the news, or more so looking through the collection for the recent, news that we've had with Kith for the Marvel Capcom collaboration that is going to be occurring this week. Now, at first it was announced just to be like figures, and then we've already had the shoes, and we've already had like the early access for those who had it for the shoes, which obviously A6, sort of similar to the Marvel collaboration where you're able to get like a 2-pack and then singles if you'd like them. And then beyond that, we have an extreme collection to go through and go over. Now, the newsletter from Kith isn't out yet, but people will hopefully be able to look at everything today, probably by a point that I upload this, and then after that, tomorrow being Thursday, is when people get early access to all of the apparel and items in general. That's typically when the access goes out for them, and then obviously Friday is going to be the drop. I have an issue that I'm not really here for the drop, so if there's anything that I desperately need, I'll go for it on my phone, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, let me know down below what you think of this collection, and let's run through it. Right, so let's run through this and go through everything. I will be honest, I've got this like OBS bot webcam that I'm pretty sure uses AI for like a whole zoom in, zoom out feature. As you can see, it's doing it currently. It's probably the worst functioning thing I've ever witnessed because it has no manual option just to zoom and zoom out. It's all a tracking and doing gestures and poses with your hand, which I think is diabolical. But anyway, so first and foremost for this collection, we had this video come out, which is a stop motion video that was worked on, obviously in order to promote and advertise everything. And yeah, the one complaint I have seen is obviously the aspect that people have stated in the end, that basically only Wolverine is the one like not in specific colors to it, whereas everyone else is. But whoever worked on this stop motion, credits to you, because it's absolutely insane. Like, it's really cool. This is so cool. Like, that's cool. Now, I know obviously there have been complaints and different things about this, but the fact that I saw this on a lot of subreddits that have nothing to do with Kith at all, I find extremely cool because of the fact that it's reaching out into that area because of people who are fans of it and obviously grew up playing it. I've played this PS2, so yeah. So yeah, I find this really cool. I find the collection massive. There are a couple of things that we can nitpick and talk about and just go over because, things always happen, but for now let's just look through all of the items that we are going to be getting. So for that we can head over to their Instagram, of which is right here, and yeah, yet again they have a video for this just showing all of the t-shirts that they want to feature, although there are a ton more obviously that we can go through, which are right here, which is insane. So as far as this is concerned, there should be 42 t-shirts, but I've seen people put things like there are 50 something, but as far as I can see there are 40. There are a couple of issues, like with this tee that's down here, that people said like Ronnie killed it, amazing. Yes and no, because this tee specifically has been previously released by others, so just one of those things, but we'll look through that at the end, obviously. So from there, we can then obviously go through the tees. Obviously, we've got fighting scenes and such that are occurring when you go into fights with Kith logo in the background or the Kith box logo. Following on from that, we've got this really nice piece. It's a faux fur hoodie, and yeah, they've got a little description on it and everything, but obviously it's like character selection in the end, which hopefully should be obvious for people to expect or see, but yeah, we then have a nice little crew neck. Yet again, Kith in the center, just a little embroidery. I really like these more so simplistic pieces, especially removing the color to it and just leaving it black and white. I think it lets it almost stand out a little bit more. It's a bit easier, it's not so much in your face, and that's something that I just like. That's fine. It's got a felt like edge to it, I believe that should be in the end, which is okay. It's not my favorite as an overall, but it's more simplistic, and for those who don't need something that's so much so, over the top. Yet again, we've got another hoodie which looks to me like kids sizing, or like a kid's piece, because it looks a lot smaller than like in comparison to the others, especially with the black and white colorway a bit more like shrunk down, unless it's just a photo that looks like that. But that's just how it looks to me. But yeah, again, it's cool. On the front, we've got Kith. On the back, we've got Street Fighter on this one. Nice, large graphic, big spell outs. Great. At the end of the day, nothing really to say more for it. We then get a little bit more detail on one of the tees, which is kind of cool. I like this sort of arc that's going to it, where it's going down into like a V, so that the Kith stands out a lot more in the middle. Even with them going onto the sleeves and such, I think it just looks nice. It gives a good little view, I suppose, and it draws your eye specifically to the center and into the middle down. That's how they want it to flow. They want you to like follow down in the direction that it's aiming. I love anything Wolverine related. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very biased to that. Gambit and Wolverine, I'll always be biased to. So yeah, this is very cool. The shine, obviously, to it coming off his claws, adamantium, you know, yeah, great. This is going to be one of their quarter zips, or maybe it's a half zip, whatever they call it in the end. Sometimes they're 3/4, sometimes they're this, they're that. They changed the name so many times, so yeah, I know that it says zip, but I just can't read anything past that. We've then got a Ryu crew neck, or crew in the end. I would like to see if there was a back graphic, the same as like the sweater that they're releasing, where it's got Street Fighter and massive on the back, but I feel like this is just going to be a front related one. But yeah, again, no complaints, it's cool. Then obviously we've got a load of the tees in the end with all of the information and such, which I think is cool. I sort of also feel that a back graphic for this would have been better, and then just a small front one. Like, you could have had the full information, everything on the back, and then just had simple character type, like just imagery on the front, just to, you know, depict who it is, and then have all of the details going on. But I feel like they're doing something similar to that, but almost, you know, maybe a bit over the top. Just a personal thing, because you've got all of this, then you've got date of birth and everything, weight, height and everything on the back, blood type, which is cool, but I don't know. I feel like in terms of the tees, this wouldn't come out on the highest point for me, but yeah, that's just my personal take. Mega Man tee going with a bit of like the Cause sort of look. Yeah, it's definitely like almost like a companion type of look from Cause that's going on with this one. Yeah, I mean, it's great to draw inspiration from that, or if it's come from something else, obviously let me know. Cause might have got it from someone else who got it from someone else, you know, but that's just what I get in recent time of streetwear. That's definitely what I can correlate that to. But yeah, again, Mega Man's cool, so yeah. Magneto and Cyclops, kind of cool. Two different designs on the Kith as well. Obviously, you've got the beam versus the metal, which is a nice little touch to do with that. But yeah, we then have, I believe it'd probably be a hockey jersey, they'd call it in the end, which is kind of cool. Yet again, pick your character, nice little thing, lots of details to it. For once, I don't believe that they've ever actually done a jersey before for a release like this, which is kind of crazy realistically when you think of it, that we've never really seen one from them in general. The only thing with that is that I hope that the retail's fair for those who want it, but yeah. Yet again, building on the prior tee, just with a lot more characters this time round and a little bit of duplication, obviously to fill in at the negative space. It's going to be this really nice rugby top, I believe it would probably be, in the end would be the name, or rugby, they just call it. Yet again, same thing going on, Kith logo's a bit different, but yeah, it's more full on, it's more in your face, and I kind of like it a bit more than the tee as a result. Showing off one of the tees, yet again we've got Iron Man this time going round. Yeah. Nothing wrong with Iron Man. Next up, we've got Mega Man X. Genuinely, they have like the whole IP going on here, because we've just got everything included. I believe that's X, obviously. Zero. His name's Zero. So you got X and Zero. Yeah. It's cool, regardless, because, yeah, not many places are going to have used these IPs realistically. The only one who has in the past is just going to be Kith. So this time, obviously, Symbiote Spider-Man. It's really cool. I love the spider in the background as well to illuminate like the moon. I think that's a really nice touch with the city going on and everything. And yeah, again, big graphic. I would have preferred it on the back, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that's the last piece that we get to see from this. Obviously, in terms of the shoes, we have Iron Man versus Mega Man double box. We have Captain America versus Guile or Gile. I always butchered that name. I'm never great at pronouncing it. Double box, and then we have the Ryu and the Wolverine singles as well. You can, or you could at the time, have checked out for early access all of these, which comes out to a lot of money realistically. I've left them be because I'm happy with my Gambit A6 pair that I got. I don't need another pair. I've worn them like 10 times at a push, so I feel that just getting another pair just for the sake of it, just try and get a comic or this and that. I know they're graded and everything, but it's not really worth doing for me personally. This is obviously how the pairs look up close and everything. You can get a nice little look at them and all. I don't think the details are as crazy or as, I suppose I'd say, like recognizable, except for like Iron Man. maybe Mega Man, but for Iron Man, in comparison to like the Green Goblin, Venom, you know, everything like that, I don't think it's as iconic standout colours, because I could easily misplace this for Gambit, realistically, because the colour palette and tones are very similar. I know they've got like the almost like webbing going across to illustrate, you know, metal as it is, but it's a little difficult. And obviously we have a couple more videos to look through. First one being obviously all of the comics and such that are PSA graded, I believe. Obviously these are probably going to come with the shoes, but only to like a limited degree in the end. You can see 9.6 below. There's also a 9.4. I don't know what the lowest will be, but typically they do like 5 tiers, so it could be like 9, 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8 and 10, maybe 6, you don't know. 10s will be the most limited. They're probably going to be the one of ones, and then it probably drops down to like 10, 25, 50, 100, so on and so forth, until you get just the basics. But yeah, obviously this is how the packaging looks for the figures in the end, which people are looking forward to. Hopefully their price isn't horrendous, because I've seen a lot of people say it, they could be like $50. Others are saying like, this is Kith, it could be like 100. Hopefully they're 50 and below, because I've seen a lot of people who do want them for their collections who are massive Capcom fans. Like, I only played the game on PS2 when I was a kid, and since then I haven't really kept up with any of that, so I'm not going to act like I have done. Yes, I played some Street Fighters here and there, but I'm not like a devout player to that like area and IP in general. So we then have a really cool throw. Yeah, I love the detail on this, but unfortunately Kith charged like 200 a throw, and realistically I'm not paying that. We then have the caps, obviously, or the hats, 6 panels and such, snapbacks and everything that are going to be releasing. Obviously, you can see there's a nice collection of them. And then we just have some of the accessories just to run through, because, yeah, we do. So obviously, these are going to be the figures, cool. Personally, I'd say it's either Ryu or Mega Man. It's just my personal thing. Like, yeah, I prefer the customization of the Kith on the back of him and everything, and the Kith on the front here. I think Mega Man is really cool. But in terms of like iconic, you know, Wolverine, Captain America, more so iconic type that you see, especially with the shield like that, with like the bash that he's got going on. It's really cool. Obviously, yeah, again, you've got the comics there that you can see that would come with them. We then have a really cool triple skateboard deck. I've bought some of them in the past, but then sold them on because it's sort of like I didn't really need them. But I feel like that'd be really cool to have up on a wall, especially because you've got so many iconic characters, including one, and it's 2 different areas combined, which is really cool. You've also got Gambit there, so that's... it's grabbing at me. This as a poster instead of the throw I find really cool, and I could always just slide it into like the frame that I have already and just move things out when I want to change them and such, or get another frame. That's probably one of the things that would grab me, to be honest, is going to be a poster, because I am a big fan of posters, but you never know. Then we get to see the hats again that are going to be featured. Here are obviously some more of them, and then we have, I believe, a towel in the end is what it looks like. So yeah, I'd like to see the other side to that. We then have, I'd say this is 2 rugs, is what it looks like, but they don't describe what it is, so it's difficult until it comes out, but that's what it seems to be. From there, we also have, I'm pretty sure these are desk mat and mouse pads, which is insane if it is, because they would be extremely cool. It just depends on their size, because I have like massive ones realistically, and yeah, if it's like standard, probably not for me. But yeah, that's really cool to do something like that. And there's obviously the throw yet again, which is insanely cool. I'd happily take one, and the Spider-Man one. I don't know if this is like a reverse to the other side, or whether it's just single by itself, but yeah, that's really cool. I find that amazing. I wish it was a bit more vibrant on the like moon area aspect of the spider, but yet again, it's really cool. Okay, so that is going to cover this video as per norm. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, what you like, what you dislike about this collection, what you're going to be going for, whether or not you've got early access that is going to be this Thursday. Or tomorrow, obviously, and whether or not you bought a pair of the early access for the A6 that came out yesterday. But yeah, there's nothing else I can really say. I am looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to see the retails on a lot of things, because although I love skateboards, it's going to run you like 300 or so, which I don't really want to be spending. And I do love the throws, the rugs and everything that they have, but at the same time I've still got my Star Wars Kith one, and it hasn't seen the light of day yet, so yeah. But yeah, that's going to cover it. I will just point this out though, because someone put about this tee, which I love the graphic and everything, but unfortunately it's then linked here already, that it's been done, it's been used elsewhere, and yeah, as you can see, it's been used like multiple times in the end, and people just roast it as a result. But yeah, people pick theirs up off of bait and this and that and the other, and I saw it and I just thought I'd keep that just because of the fact that, you know, not the greatest look in the end. But yeah, regardless, that is going to cover it for me. So thank you for watching. I do hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.